You good?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good.
You good, Nathan?
Yeah, I'm good, Dave.
All right, guys. Well, as you heard, I'm Dave,
And I'm Nate.
and this is the Super Dorm Friends.
Friends.
Oh yeah, back here at MC Mississippi College
Yeah.
in Clinton, Mississippi, which
It's 20
about-
minutes
about
outside of
20 to
Jackson.
30 minutes outside of Jackson. Yeah, and I really don't know the area that well. I'm actually from Memphis, Tennessee.
And I'm from Biloxi, Mississippi. So I'm about 3 hours south of here.
Okay, so yeah, we're about 3 hours away from the college normally,
Okay.
on
Gotcha.
our own, but
Yeah.
that's okay. Yeah. So welcome, guys. This is the first episode of Super Dorm Friends, and we'd like to thank you for listening.
Yeah, we'd like to thank our sponsors, our moms,
Hi, Mom.
dads,
All of you wonderful people listening, as you have
and
really haven't made this happen just yet, except for
yeah,
our
yeah.
sponsors, parents,
And
who gave us this lovely life that we have.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
Papa
Yeah.
bless.
Papa bless.
Now,
Now, actually, we'd just like to start off with roll for initiative.
yeah, which is roll for initiative is a bit that we're doing where we have 20 questions about any TV show or pop culture phenomenon. We
Including
roll
memes.
and memes. We roll the die anywhere between 1 and 20. When that number pops up, that's the question that they have to ask. And then what we're going to do is we're going to roll a d4, which is a four-sided die. Whichever question that is another subtopic. Or how many points they have to make while answering the question.
So, yeah, let's roll that D20.
Yep. All right. Let's see what today's topic is. 18. Let's spin the wheel. It's my wheel.
It's just a piece of paper because we're lazy.
And today's topic is Marvel Netflix series.
All right, let me roll the D4 to see which one. Oh, 4. Oh, so it's actually the fourth series that has come out now, Iron Fist.
Yeah.
Marvel's Iron Fist. All right, I personally haven't finished the series yet.
Neither have I. I'm about halfway.
I'm
On
pretty
it.
much near the beginning, but from what I've heard, it started off slow, but I've heard great things about it getting really good later on.
I think it started off at a great pace. But here's something I realized. You've seen Arrow, right?
Oh yeah, it's Marvel's era.
It's Marvel's Arrow in the sense that you got this very Aryan guy, like very Aryan. I mean, like blonde hair, blue eyes, super wealthy billionaire's kid who goes missing with a male and female. Arrow was his mother, was his girlfriend and father. Iron Fist being his mother and father, on like a super rich excursion vehicle, like a jet,
or a boat,
stranded in somewhere, saved by an Asian man.
Saved by Asian men, being taught
like,
the ways of...
And then, like, I mean, there's so many similarities with it, but also, like, So, did you know anything about Iron Fist?
I did. Going into
the
it,
show?
I used to read some of the comics of Iron Fist, and I feel like it is translated over very well. There's a lot of controversy about people saying, why didn't they cast an Asian? And, well, he wasn't Asian in the comics.
Yeah.
I mean, so it shouldn't really matter. But I like the Kung Fu style. I do
too.
because...
Like, but what's crazy is, don't mean to cut you off here, but there was a part where my roommate found an article where the main actor playing Danny in the show learned his choreography about 15 minutes prior to actually shooting. And he said, quote unquote, that's why the choreography is so bad. But personally, I think it's done really well. Overall, it's in the same style as like the first hallway fight in Daredevil, so like Daredevil season episode 1.
Daredevil is great. I love Daredevil, the series. Both seasons have have just carried the whole Marvel Netflix series.
Outside of Elektra, like
Yeah.
when we don't talk about that.
I mean, I even like the new Punisher, and I'm a diehard Thomas Jane fan.
Same.
Like I am. I like the Tommy guy, the Tommy gun.
God's gonna sit this one out.
Yeah.
You seem like a strong
There's-
kid. How long can you hold a 10-pound landmine
goodness.
out with
That
an
movie-
outstretched arm?
That movie didn't know what to make of itself. It was like, we're gonna be kid friendly, and then here's blood. Like, it was like, oh, this is a silly superhero movie, and then he kills everyone. Like,
yeah. The Russian
What?
fight. What did you think about the Russian fight?
I love the Russian fight.
I hope they-
John Panette singing to the to a opera music while they're fighting, and
he's
if you guys haven't seen this movie, it's worth watching if you like really cheesy early 2000s movies.
It's like what, just shy of 2 hours, like an hour and
Yeah, it's just shy of 2
minutes.
hours, and it's not Marvel's best work. It was their best work at the time, which isn't saying much because Daredevil also came out a little bit after, and that was the worst. One of the worst Marvel movies
We don't talk about
ever put out.
We don't talk about that Evanescence music video.
Oh, wake me up!
What? I can't wake up.
Save me!
Oh.
Can you just see Goofy as Daredevil? Like I can't see. Well, I'm gonna fight you. And you have Mickey coming in here like, huh? As the Punisher who just cut. No. And yet Minnie's electric because we know how those relationships go. Oh man.
Okay,
Oh,
now back on topic here. Since now we're talking about multiple Marvel Netflix shows, let's bring up which one do you think relied on other characters from other shows the most? For me personally, I want to say Jessica Jones, because to me, like, Jessica Jones had a great villain in the sense that the entire plot was driven by David Tennant's character's whole influence into the show. And then Dave's just moving my microphone
just
around.
making sure he's getting picked up.
And but like the thing is with Jessica Jones, she had almost no character development.
I didn't like the show.
Luke Cage,
For me,
like,
it had too much.
carried it
It was
too
too
much.
raunchy for me.
Right?
Marvel,
The
like there was
first
just too
episode-
much sex, and
the
I
first
don't
episode,
like,
really?
Yeah, and even Luke Cage didn't
Like,
rely as heavily
The first episode
on it
still.
as
Like, it made me
Jessica Jones, but it just made me uncomfortable, and I
Same.
wanted to watch a superhero show
Yeah.
because it's Marvel, right? And you go in expecting Marvel, but no,
However, with Luke Cage, what was kind of funny was we're trying not to give out spoilers for any of you guys who haven't seen the shows, but with in the Marvel comics, Luke Cage's alias name was Power Man, and in the TV show, a handful of people call him Power Man.
yeah, they call him.
which I thought was pretty great.
There is even homages to his costume at
Right.
times, and I felt Luke Cage was pretty good. It's not my favorite. My favorite is Daredevil, but I'm really for me it's Daredevil and then Iron Fist.
Right.
Like I'm enjoying Iron Fist.
Yeah, I love
And for some of you who have kind of gotten turned off of Iron Fist, I'm not. This isn't an ad for a show. I'm genuinely suggesting, like, if you like the fights, if you like those kind of kung fu fighting, I'd say Into the Badlands just started.
Yes.
And that is just so dope.
I remember actually. It's funny
Totally
you bring that
worthy.
up.
Yeah.
I remember when it first started last year on AMC, and it would come on after The Walking Dead, and then because there's 8 episodes.
It was.
In the
I
season?
think it was even 6. I think it was less than that.
No, it's 8, I think.
Is it?
Yeah,
It might be.
Because
Yeah.
it went on for a few more weeks after The Walking Dead mid-season.
That's
thing.
right. And
I stopped watching it at that point. So I mean, I still have 2 episodes to watch.
I finished it on Netflix because the first season's on there. It is story-wise, it's pretty solid, but the fights are what do it. It's just so
if you guys
cool.
are Marvel Netflix show hallway fight fans, if you don't know what those are, just go on YouTube, type or watch Daredevil, and type in hallway fight Daredevil. That's it. Just imagine that, but the entire episode that is Into the Badlands,
That is Into the Badlands,
but in the South.
but in the South. It's weird, you know. Barren. It's Eastern culture almost. When I say Eastern, I mean like old feudal system.
Yeah.
Eastern, but
But
with
still with,
with
like, this-
Western terms like barons instead of lords, and clippers instead of knights.
And then
So it's
still
very,
like the in like the southern aristocratic
Yeah,
stature
it's
as
big
well.
that southern drawl of the Baron, like all of my clippers fight for me. All of them do.
Bless my heart, Clyde. Oh, all this talk
Lordy.
about the fields making me all hot and bothered. Okay, that's enough of that.
He just that makeshift fan is what did it for me.
I grabbed their schedule. Now, speaking of Iron Fist, as they were waiting on Doctor Strange to come out to do Iron Fist, because the magic standpoint and the more supernatural part of the MCU, they're waiting on Doctor Strange because they wanted a more mainstream leg to stand on.
Yeah, it's surprising that they just now decided to throw this all into it, but I think they're doing it very well.
I think they were waiting on the technology to do it.
We have technology,
like Peter Jackson in The Hobbit.
Oh,
because you remember, like, well, I mean,
that made me cry. The last one,
in a good way or bad way.
In a bad way. Not in the like, oh, characters died, I'm sad. It was more of a
like
it's all CGI. I'm crying. Can we just talk about this just for a second? Lord of the Rings. Great. They used people in costume. They did it well.
Yeah, didn't they have like
CGI was
15,000 orcs or something, like actually in costume?
So many stuntmen in costume, and all the fights were with people when they fought
Logan,
people.
Too, like, quick little sub thing. After I went and saw Logan, I go out of the theater, and on the sign, there were 2 people's signatures, and in one quote it said the name Reaver, then in another quote it said just the word stunts. Because, like, since most of it was filmed in Louisiana, actually in Bastrop, Louisiana, or around that area, they had a lot of extras and military guys from, like, where my hometown area and Louisiana and parts of Texas, which I thought was pretty awesome. But back to what you're saying about
like if you ever watch Fellowship of the Ring, in some of the fights you can see them actually hitting stuntmen, and it's great.
Like,
but in Hobbit, in the very first one, if you look, and they're fighting goblins, but you can see, I think it's Thorin, even Gandalf stabbing a goblin and the sword wavering around inside the body, and you're like, this is not right. There's something wrong.
Or Star Wars Episode 3, when Hayden Christensen's head just phases through the door, and when they're on, was it Mustafar?
Mustafar,
and then he was on the conveyor belt, and his lightsaber got caught in the cloak, and he shows him trying to get it out, and we're like, really, like, not even a single piece of actual Stormtrooper armor was made for the original, for the new trilogy.
That hurt. Yeah, it was all CGI clone troopers.
Like, in that genuine...
They looked good, but it just...
At the time,
it looked good. Now I went back. And,
you know the CGI is bad or too cartoony looking with real people. When in the Clone Wars TV show, Yoda's talking about the Clone Wars, and it's showing a literal scene from the movie. That's rough.
Oh,
but speaking of Lord of the Rings, there was a scene where Aragorn, Sean Bean's character, was fighting. Was it?
Well, Sean Bean's Boromir. These the one.
Oh, okay.
There are spoilers, actually. Maybe,
well,
no.
Well, anyways, Boromir. It's been like 10 years since. Oh, that hurts saying that.
Oh,
doesn't that hurt saying, like, you remember doing something 10 years ago?
A little bit.
Like, we're gonna be 30 in 10 years.
Help.
Right?
Do you think you're gonna make it to 30? I don't think I'm gonna make it.
I think I'll make it to 30, but I don't.
I'm a little dumb.
It's in that point.
I do too many stupid stuff.
Right.
Let's be honest.
But I'm at that point in life now where I'm thinking, what am I going to do with the rest of my life after college? Like, am I going to be one of those people who has their midlife crisis early?
And am I going to start it now?
Do I just
is this my midlife?
I mean, I have more gray hair.
I need to go buy one of those cars and start going to clubs I shouldn't be going to.
I mean, I have more gray hair than my dad does.
Oh, that's a problem.
And it's crazy. But anyways, Boromir, I'm going to say Sean Bean's character, so I don't like irk anybody. Orc anybody. But there's a scene where Sean Bean is fighting.
Sean Bean.
You think if Sean Bean and Kevin Bacon got together, they'd be baked beans?
Yeah, that'd be their kid. His street name.
Wait, is it like Beans from like Malcolm in the Middle?
Yeah, I think so.
Anyways,
baked beans.
but he's fighting these two orcs, kills the one, and then the other one, the stuntman throws a knife at him, and it was supposed to hit a tree. But he couldn't see because of the mask, so Sean Bean deflects a real
this
throwing
is
knife
this
with
is,
a prop
Viggo
sword.
Mortensen.
Oh yeah, was
yeah,
that him?
he full on deflects it, and that is so
like just straight up
was so
deflects it
cool.
with a prop sword on the first try, and I'm like, what?
and they kept it in there.
And I don't know why I got Sean
awesome.
Bean and him mixed up. They look so much alike to me.
Well, I mean,
But also, like, I have a very crude mental image of what they look. I'm just imagining, like,
you saw it, what, 10 years ago?
yeah,
Okay, then that's
like they all look the same.
that explains it.
When
Long hair with the cloak.
I mean, Sean
and a
Bean
sword.
and Sean Bean's in Game of Thrones, right?
Yep, that is Sean Bean.
Yeah, like I
mean, not long.
him looks.
Not in there long.
Shh, haven't seen it yet. I know how he dies
Okay.
though. Just he did the splits.
Well, he did the splits way too hard on these two carabiners, and he was trying to impress. He was trying to impress his daughter, but just that dragon ate him. I can't do. I'm sorry. I'm just.
And that's why you don't trust me.
That's why you don't trust podcast hosts.
But what was I gonna say? Yeah, I keep getting Sean Bean confused with every Lord of the Rings character.
Sean Bean, the one who carried the ring to Mordor.
No,
he's a lot shorter than I
mean,
remember.
like all the masculine ones who actually did something in the movie.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because honestly, Sam was the real star,
Yeah, Frodo annoys me.
right?
He just, and the actor's good, but I
hated his character.
I didn't like how he was written.
I loved Bilbo though.
Yes, that was
Bilbo was great.
Bilbo. You know what? I do have a peeve with this in The Hobbit. Why are there hot dwarves? Why are there dwarves with one almost no beard at all, and one with a beard? And
Who are you
how
talking
old are
about?
you?
When you say hot dwarf, who are you talking about?
Feely and Keely, the two dwarves that were supposed to attract all of the fangirls. And then why does Thorin have a weak beard? Come on, that's not thick.
Maybe he trims.
Maybe dwarves don't trim. Come on, that's we don't talk about.
When I played Lord of the Rings, or not when I used to play D&D and I had played a dwarf.
You played a trim dwarf.
No, he was like a reverse.
Hairy
He
as
was
all
like no,
get,
he was
right?
like he was a reverse bald dwarf, which means he had like an afro like the size of his body, and like 3 hairs on his chin.
Good lord.
It was hilarious. I forgot his name, but like he had like really high stealth out of pure luck, because we used like for the really nice perks we'd roll a 20 for.
Oh yeah.
And so he had like 20 stealth.
Goodness. So he's just
And
somersaulting his way to happiness.
No. Like, here's the thing. He would basically like stand there, and his shield was a giant side of a tree, like a tree bark thing, and it was made out of petrified wood.
Thorin oaken shield.
So this is before The Hobbit came out. But
Excuse me,
if you wanted to be,
the book came out a long time ago.
I don't care.
I don't care about when your precious book came out. Get
So
it,
this
Precious
is
Lord of the Rings.
this is what his stealth thing
Laugh
could
at
do.
my jokes.
He could stand in front of someone, stab his shield in the ground, and then stand behind it, and he'd look like a little tree because of his hair.
Quick, guys, out, hide. Stab. Why does that tree have an afro? I don't know. Let's just keep walking. Oh my
But
god. Why is the tree following us? Oh, don't ask questions. He might hurt us.
Peter Jackson might kill us off.
Don't ask questions. Peter Jackson might get us.
Speaking of The Hobbit, what did you think about that random ship that had no place? Like, what's his face in the elf? The dude who like fell in the ice. It was like a random relationship with that one elf that later got with
Feely and I think it's Tariel, that girl elf.
Yeah.
I don't.
At first I
don't
shipped it,
even
but
know.
the reason I shipped it was because like I hadn't seen Lord of the Rings in forever. So I forgot that she had another thing.
I just don't know why Legolas was in it. That's
right.
But like, what?
Right?
Why?
Was he in the book?
No.
It's so weird.
I mean, I understand them. What I did like is that they pulled stuff from the Silmarillion and put in there just for more context. But what? Why is that? Orlando Bloom is a nice looking guy, but he's older than he used to be. In Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's like the last movie he's done. Was The Hobbit?
Isn't he going to be in the new Pirates of the Caribbean?
I don't know.
He's in the casting list.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He might be like for a minor role because I think
he's going to be.
He wasn't in
Davy
the trailer.
Jones. He was in one of the trailers, I think.
No,
Showed up a little
it
bit,
was a
one of
young
them.
dude that looked just like him.
There was somebody else.
But speaking of Peter Jackson, I think he's
doing
overall
some little research on
like
IMDb.
a great director. Because you remember the scene in
Will Turner.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, this is.
But,
I don't know how to feel about this.
With remember I think it was the twin.
I don't know how I feel about this movie.
I think it
I
was.
want it to be over so bad.
I think it was which Lord of the Rings movie? I think it was the Twin Towers, where the flag just random. They just say the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
I think it was.
Oh no. No! I know how this one ends. Oh no!
I think
Two Towers. Let's go with the Lord of the Rings. Two Towers. Oh God! Help! Is that where you said the flag ripped off the pole randomly?
the flag ripped off, and that was all.
so
That was completely on accident.
Yeah, that just
And
happened.
then he just goes, "Hey, yeah, let's do this." But what's great about Peter Jackson is in every single movie he walks in front of the camera. Like they're in The Hobbit, he just walks in front, eats a carrot, and then leaves. Like
he had it. What I liked in Fellowship is he was a dude with a carrot in Bree as well. He made the same exact cameo, and then in the second one he was throwing a spear at someone.
Wasn't
and
there?
then in the third one he got shot with the arrow as one of the pirates.
Wasn't there a deleted scene in The Hobbit where, or I think it was just like a Watch Mojo thing. I don't remember. But it showed a deleted scene clip where Peter Jackson pokes his head up out of a basket with a little bird-sounding signal flute and then tips his head back down.
What?
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing. Like, what is wrong with this guy? He's
Peter
great, but weird.
What?
Now, now let's see here.
I'm so confused.
Now back to Iron Fist.
Oh yeah, Iron Fist.
Um,
That's a thing.
with Iron Fist, do you think they have? What's nice seeing is they have two strong female roles.
Yeah, I
think-
like the teacher.
Colleen,
Yes.
yeah,
I am not a fan of
Joy. Joy gets on my nerves, but no one will ever get on my nerves like Karen does.
Oh, Karen. So if you haven't watched Daredevil, Karen is
This woman that's like the size of a pencil with hair that is so thin it's transparent.
yeah, she's a character that has annoyed me. I mean, she's not too bad.
Not as bad as Elektra.
Yeah, but Daredevil's good on its own merit. Although he is a major player, that's all I'm gonna say.
Blind Guy's Pool. I mean, they talked
It's
about
true because he's not technically blind. Technically he's blind, but let's be honest, he sees everything.
Speaking of Daredevil, being blind. Do you remember how it showed him when he was talking to Claire, like how he saw the world, like everything was on fire? And then you remember the Ben Affleck version where everything was blue?
Sonar and blue.
Yeah, like-
You're like, why are we watching again this music video for Evanescence?
But I liked how, overall, like, I love the way Marvel uses the symbolism and, almost with, I like how the four shows are all a completely different style. Like,
Yeah.
Daredevil's the more detective-y thing. Jessica Jones is more of like a noir style. Luke Cage is just, it's what's the name of the movie?
Yeah,
It's like Boys in the Hood, but Ricky doesn't get shot.
Yeah,
And
it's
then,
very much like that. And then you have Iron Fist, which is very kung fu.
It
It's
very, it reminds me of a Bruce Lee movie.
It reminds me of The Dragon.
Enter the Dragon.
Enter the Dragon. That's what it
Yeah.
reminds me of. Yeah, that's really what it reminds. And have you ever watched How I Met Your Mother?
In and out.
Okay, at one part,
Not religiously.
there's this episode called Slapsgiving, and it's a recurring thing where this character Marshall gets to slap Barney because they made a bet and he gets a certain amount of slaps, like 5 slaps, and then it just keeps increasing because bets keep getting made. Well, at one point, Marshall's hand starts glowing yellow. And somebody took a screenshot of that and put Iron Fist 2017. And it just made me so happy.
But my roommate was talking about how with Iron Fist he hates Danny's childlike character. And then I brought this up to him. I said, "Look,
He's not an adult.
yeah, I mean,
He's really not. He's only 20, 25.
Yeah, he's 25.
And he's been away from the world for
15 years.
Oh.
I mean, think about that. And I brought that up, and he said, "Yeah, but still."
Now I'm like, well,
Like, really?
It's not a.
But and then with Power Rangers, that's a whole nother topic. But
Oh, how was that? You know, I haven't seen that yet.
I was worried about what they were going to do because I remember seeing a little Snapchat article, and I know I do not get my news from Snapchat. This is something that my girlfriend had sent me talking about it. But there was
I only do the real news, and it's just Drake and Josh.
You fake news.
You fake news. You fake news.
But it was talking about how the Yellow Ranger is part of the LGBT community, and then another ranger, like then the Blue Ranger has autism. So I was a little worried about what they were going to do with that. Not in the sense like, oh, they're just ruining it. It's American. No, it was.
I'd just be worried how much they're trying to push.
Yeah, like what they were trying to like push the limits.
How much
with.
are they willing to change Power Rangers?
Now, without giving out spoilers, since it just came out, like technically it came out today, Friday. I went to the premiere. It still has like a racially diverse cast, like it always has. You know, like the 2 white guys, a black guy, an Asian, and then another minority or a white woman. So like it's still like racially diverse as it's always been. But what's cool is they're actually using all the original names from the original Power Rangers, like
Go Power Rangers.
Yeah, like the Blue Rangers,
Mighty Morphin.
Like the Blue Rangers still Billy Cranston, the Black Rangers Zach. Like also fun fact,
Bryan Cranston.
that the character was actually named after Bryan Cranston.
Really?
Yeah.
And Bryan Cranston got to be in a Zordon. Yeah.
But also, Bryan Cranston played 2 minor villains. Do you remember a character that was like a mirror?
That was him, wasn't it?
Yeah. And there was another guy who was a lizard.
I remember seeing a picture of him as the lizard.
Yeah, like it was crazy thinking about that.
How was the CGI? Okay, that's giving me enough.
Okay.
I think I get it.
Overall, the CGI was like, you know how like in traditionally Power Rangers, the Zords are like, they just look like giant robot animals. In this one, they're still giant robot animals, but they have a more alien look to it. Like the Mastodon, it has 6 legs. And like I know it's a lot to take in, but I still think overall it looks great. Like it has that.
So they made it more sleek.
Yeah, it matches like the alien race aesthetic.
Okay.
From like they explain it in the movie. Well, like it has like this really nice aesthetic to it. The suits look amazing. They're a little too polished looking for my taste, but overall I think they look great.
How are the fights?
Oh, the fights are great. A little fast. Oh, careful.
Help.
How's your knee?
Ouch.
Have you McFallen?
I have help. Help! I've McFallen.
No, it's okay. I McFell. No, but I think the fights are just a little too fast. Because I mean, it's a 2-hour and 4-minute movie. The first hour is your origin. It's like 3 Marvel episodes put together. You have your origin story, you have your training thing, and then you have the big fight. But I think the fights like at the end of the movie are a little pushed, a little too fast. Like the really big fight at the end was, to me, I thought it was really anticlimactic, but I still liked it. They had some cameos from some people from the original cast.
Oh,
They had and there was this little like a there's like the base credits, and then it shows the scene, like the first end credit scene of them setting it up for a new movie, and there were 2 pieces of symbolism. But I'm not going to say what those are until like I'm going to give it like what do you think, like 3 weeks, that way people have time to see it.
yeah, that'll be good.
Yeah, we'll talk about it, and I'll probably forget about it by then.
I know I will.
Yeah. Until like how about we talk about it again when you see it?
That'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then we can
so
talk about it a little bit more. I'll
Yeah.
probably wait to see it then.
It's really good though.
Good. Yeah. That'll be.
I'm gonna see it again at some point.
Oh, is it that good?
Yeah,
Worth seeing again?
Huh?
Worth seeing again?
Yeah, I'd say worth seeing again.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's
But,
good.
Well,
I saw Logan like twice.
yeah,
'Cause
I love
I enjoyed Logan.
I thoroughly. On Amazon you could buy for $27.72. On Amazon you can buy it's a two piece set of 11-inch Wolverine claws.
Ooh. Then I can act like I'm old and then get shot and then actually die because I'm not Wolverine. Calls the pharmacist. I drank the Clorox down to the bleach, and now I'm starting to feel like hitting Rapadas.
Sir, you're not supposed to do that.
It tasted like candy to me.
They ain't flabbing. I've been jingle jangled.
Expecto Patronum.
So let's talk about YouTube for a second here. About like the whole, remember the PewDiePie incident that was going on?
Oh, and all the memes surrounding PewDiePie as Hitler. Yeah, that was something. I'm not entirely sure what to make of that. That was just an odd something you're used to seeing on the internet, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, I say you're not used to seeing. Let's be honest. Celebrities getting just all of this, just getting dumped on, is a big part of the internet. So
Yeah.
that's a lie.
But
anyways,
with content creators, what I think a big challenge a lot of people face now that want to see YouTube, because there's a lot of niche audiences in YouTube. Like there's, like how Casey Neistat basically invented blogging. There are people like PewDiePie and Markiplier, like the original Let's Play.
OGs.
Like, well, I mean, by OGs, I would say Uber Hackster Nova
yeah,
and Tobuscus were some of the
Tobuscus,
like,
poor
very-
Tobuscus.
Yeah,
Yeah, Keemstar.
didn't he like get
Keemstar
accused of
shreked
rape
him.
or something?
Yeah, he did because of Keemstar, and that was all like it ruined his channel. Like, and he talked about it before, I believe, but it's just like that one
I
stupid.
mean, he's got the whole Tube Heroes thing coming.
and I love him.
I mean,
he's great.
I mean, he's still making money selling toys.
Yeah, like
for Minecraft YouTubers.
and he's starting to get. I've seen on the internet that he's starting his Let's Plays again, and I'm super excited because I really loved his Let's Plays.
I loved his songs. I didn't watch him that much because at that time,
Him playing Skyrim.
Oh yeah, those were great.
So fun.
But at that time in my when Tobuscus was still really big, I was trying to do Let's Plays myself with people on Black Ops 2, and like I actually went out and bought.
Zambos.
Like I would do Twitch streams and stuff with like one follower, and it was myself because I would have my computer up so I could like reply to comments that way. Because like on a 360, it was very difficult to actually Twitch stream, but now like I'll do streaming occasionally whenever I do use my console, but remember the Assassin's Creed songs? Kill the horse, the rider falls down. Kill the rider falls down.
The Brotherhood.
Running, slow motion jump attack.
The Brotherhood and the fourth one, Assassin's Creed 4. Those are the best ones. I feel like those are really good.
So I just got a notification. The movie Deja Vu is now on Netflix. The Denzel Washington film.
Really?
Have you ever seen it?
No.
Oh, it's I've seen it several times. By several, I mean like 3.
I just think of that anime opening. The Deja Vu, the
Deja
the race
vu.
cruise. Deja Vu.
I have been in this place before. Da-da-da-da-da. I love those memes. Like those never get old to me.
Oh man, yeah.
But Deja Vu is actually a great Denzel Washington movie. He like, I'm not going to try to give away plot because I don't remember half the plot anyways. But it's one of those, I remember you have to see it like a couple times.
Yeah.
But
Talking about movies, what's a comedy movie that you've watched a lot? What would you say is one of your favorite comedy movies?
you already know the answer to that
I
question.
do already know the answer to that question, actually.
It's Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
Yeah,
That's
this
a funny story. It's not. I don't find it
funny.
I don't find it funny. I think personally, I think it's a little annoying now because I've told it to so many people because I felt proud of it for a while, and now I realize I had no life. I had seen Anchorman for about halfway through high school. I saw it every single night for a year and a half. That's over almost 500 times I've seen that movie.
Goodness,
That's rough.
I don't know if I could do that.
I think I've seen Anchorman almost actually more than I've seen other movies in total. And honestly I haven't seen it since like September of my junior year. Because I went and saw the second one and was like thoroughly disappointed in the second one. But
it's that fight in the second one that killed me.
Right?
There was a fight,
when he
and
was
it's
raising,
so dumb.
Or the Dobie thing when he was raising his shark. But when he was blind, it was hilarious. Like, oh, I gotta get your recipe. Brick, don't eat that. That's checkers and cock. I brush my teeth with a live lobster. How do you get that confused? I'm blind. What would you say your favorite comedy is?
Well, my favorite.
Can't be anything with Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Is it Jack and Jill?
No, it is no Adam Sandler movie. Actually, I really like Mel Brooks movies. Like Spaceballs and Men in Tights are my two favorite of his, and I really like History of the World Part 1. The Jews in space and Hitler on ice. I just can't.
But I think my favorite Mel Brooks is Blazing Saddles.
That's a really good one with Gene Wilder. It's just so good.
It's crazy he's gone.
I know. I love the callbacks.
You know what I found out
to
with
Blazing Saddle?
Yeah.
In all the rest of his movies.
I haven't seen a lot of Gene Wilder movies. I think the only ones I've seen were Blazing Saddles and Willy Wonka. But the kid that played like the main kid in that Willy Wonka movie, you know what he's doing now?
What is he doing?
He's like a cranberry farmer.
Huh.
Or doing something like that. Like there was this an article I found that Screen Rant did. And honestly, I prefer Screen Rant over Watch Mojo any day of the week because like they're very unbiased with a lot of things. Like with Watch Mojo, like when it's like top 10 anime fights, and they're like all like super ridiculously mainstream shows like One Piece.
Top 10. You mean the top 10 anime fights, and then it shows like the Cat in the Hat about to hit somebody over the head with a baseball bat.
Like they're all incredibly biased, but no, there's some actors who are now doing other jobs outside of acting. Like the girl from the original Jurassic Park's a painter now.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
the little girl.
Yeah, the little girl. She's a painter in California.
I'll have you know I'm a vegetarian. I'm like, I hope you get eaten.
Right.
So annoying. Speaking of Jurassic Park, I actually watched that this weekend.
The original.
The best one. Can I share my concerns with Jurassic World?
Go ahead.
I didn't really care for Jurassic World that much.
I saw it 3 times.
And I saw it a lot too, but there was just, I don't know, there wasn't enough live action moments. There wasn't enough puppeteering with the
raptors. Like you could tell the raptors were CGI'd when they were in their little muzzle thing.
It was just the CGI was just not good.
No, it angered me.
It just wasn't.
But they had puppets. They had puppet costumes.
They did for a few things, but it just
like that annoyed
it didn't
me.
feel nearly as. And this is gonna sound weird, but it felt rushed and not what it could have been.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park, on the other hand, if you go back and watch it, it's still great.
Like honestly, I do believe that practical effects are the real way to go. Like Star Wars, for example.
Oh, when Episode 7 went back to practical effects,
when
it just
Rogue One, what was the actor's name that played K2?
Oh, it was Alan Tudyk.
When Alan Tudyk was doing that, he was in a mocap suit on stilts, doing everything. And I think that's just awesome.
And K2SO looked amazing.
He looked really in. It's crazy how CGI has gotten now. Like in episode 7, when Poe and Finn are walking through the hangar, none of that's real.
Yeah,
Even like the 6 dudes that walk by them. That's crazy.
that's
Like it's ridiculous. It's crazy how we're there now from episode 2. Like if Lucas had waited another like 10 years, would have been great. But I found out something today from my roommate. We're gonna have a Star Wars film every year, possibly 2 Star Wars film every year. Star Wars film? 2 Star Wars film. Up until 2035. So that's 17 years of Star Wars.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel
I don't-
good because that means like they could do a lot of EU movies.
I just want to see
like,
Ewan McGregor reprise his role as Obi-Wan.
That's what supposedly they're going to be doing is they're Pablo Hidalgo's bringing back the extended universe. Like we're getting Darth Revan.
Ooh, yeah, and he's
And-
canon now.
Yeah, he's canon now. What I want, and a lot of people judge me when I say who my favorite Sith Lord is, and that's Darth Nihilus
Huh.
from Knights of the Old Republic. You know why?
Why is he Darth?
Because you know how like all the Sith, the Dark Lords had their own special thing. Like Palpatine had Force Lightning, Darth Vader had like his kinky choking Force thing. Darth Revan was like Kylo Ren before it was cool.
Kylo Ren.
He's my favorite Disney princess.
He is mine too, because
But,
he's so powerful, but he never uses any of his power. He's like, I can stop a blaster bolt and freeze people in midair. I can also freeze your movements, but I'm not going to use that in an actual fight. Like at the very end, he's fighting with these people, like with Poe. He's just like, I'm gonna do lightsaber work with you. But earlier, he froze Rey and like made her unconscious. Where was that?
And he could use the Force to like interrogate. Maybe it's one of those things like he can't do it under duress because he hasn't.
Maybe,
like,
yeah, because he
developed
also
it.
got
He hasn't-
shot by a blaster bolt.
Like, maybe
so-
he hasn't developed it enough. But
He's not developed.
the reason I like Darth Nihilus so much is his main force thing was being able to. He was like Godspeed from like the Flash universe or
Yeah.
the DCU, where he can drain other people's force energy and use it as his own. So he drained all the force from this one planet, and the planet blew up.
Talk about being a Death Star before it was cool.
He literally destroyed a planet with his mind.
Well,
Like I think he's also like really underrated.
some
too.
people just want to watch the world burn. Or a world burn. Doesn't have to be this one.
How many planets have been blown up?
Too many.
I think
A lot now. A lot.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. In
Like,
canon,
I want to
it's
say like 4.
one
Alderaan.
and then the
one in
four
Rogue
ones
One.
of the Republic, the New Republic. So it's about 5, I think.
And then the one in Road One.
Yeah, that one wasn't blown up though.
Was it though? Was it really not?
It was,
They
it was
never
destroyed.
They never showed it get blown up. But, I mean, it did get hit by.
It was
Death
only
Star.
one reactor blast, and I think that's the same as what was used on Jeddah. That they,
Yeah.
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 Sorry, spoilers for Rogue One.
It's,
The Death Star fires.
it's been
twice.
It's been like 4 months.
If you haven't seen Rogue One, go see it. It's beautiful. If you like Star Wars, if you don't like Star Wars, then never mind.
Go see Road One.
Go see Rogue One,
It's
'cause
still
it's-
good.
It's a good war movie.
Actually, really, it's. I want to say, and this might sound really weird to say it. I think it's like officially, like, because you know, like how every movie wants or every genre wants to have a film like Saving Private Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
I think Road One is like the nerdy version of Saving Private Ryan,
I'd say so.
outside of Lord of the Rings.
It's a lot more gritty, and it was a true suicide mission.
Yeah,
And it gave it a nice feel. It
Really
was
did.
sad as all get out, but that just made it so much better.
like the ending made me like. I love how there was like the romantic tension between the two, but they never like went with it. And that made me really happy.
I was like, oh, good.
But
I saw a picture of 2 skeletons in the sand, and it said, oh, look, it's the end of Rogue One.
so have you heard the theory that Boba Fett killed Luke's aunt and uncle?
Yes, because they were disintegrated instead of shot.
And then Darth
That-
Vader said no disintegration.
Yeah, I really like that theory, and I actually subscribed to that theory that Boba Fett was the one that took out Luke's aunt and uncle because stormtroopers wouldn't burn their bodies.
Yeah. Now, on to our next topic. We have a little segment called Ask Kermit, where, David, can you do that Kermit real quick?
Hello.
There we
Yes.
are.
So, this is Ask Kermit, where you guys send in your questions on our social media and tell us what you want to ask me, Kermit.
And we're going to be doing 5 questions a podcast. So, I mean, that's 10 questions a week. It's pretty fair. So, let's see. First question. Does she sell seashells down by the seashore?
Does who sell seashells by the seashore?
Sandy.
Sandy. Does Sandy sell seashores by the seashore? You know, I think I'm going to have to say no, because I know this girl named Sally that sells so much better seashells by the seashore, but it's really tough competition. Sometimes I'll see Sally and she'll go, "Hey, Sandy, get off my beach," and then throw just huge amounts of just shells at Sandy's head, and there's blood, and I don't know how to deal with it because he gets violent. Oh, so I'm going to have to say no, Sandy does not, because she got driven off by the free market.
All right. Now, 3 of these questions are from the same person, because I was just trying to get a general consensus from a handful of people.
Mm-hmm.
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
If a woodchuck could chuck wood, I'd say lots of wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. But it depends on if there's other woodchucks and how dense the forest is with them. Because if you chop down the whole forest, that's a lot of wood. But if you get shot very early, then you would not be able to chuck a lot of wood as a woodchuck. Or if you get killed by a rivaling mate who wants your female. You know, the animal kingdom's messy. I should know. It's just full of murder and they're animals.
They're animals. All right. Now, what would Kermit do if his daughter was kidnapped?
First, I would call the cell phone that was left at the house. And he would tell me, he'd be like, "We have your daughter." And I'd be like, I don't have any money. But what I do have is a very particular set of skills. And I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But I will find you. And I will kill you. And then I will proceed to find all of your underlings and torture them with specific devices like leaving electricity on and putting you in a metal chair. And then I'll find you. And I'll shoot you just like John Wick.
All right.
That's what'll happen if you capture my daughter, if I ever have a daughter. I don't know, frog and pig relations don't really work well.
How is Miss Piggy, by the way?
Oh no, I'm not talking about Miss Piggy. I dumped her a while ago. Got that hoe out of my life. I got a new one now. She's lovely.
What's her name?
I can't disclose that information or she'll kill me.
Less
abusive, but more controlling.
Oh, so is it like a 50 Shades type of thing?
Maybe.
All right. Next question. I don't know if this would be PG to keep on our show, but we'll do it anyways. What do you think? Like, okay, if you could fill the sun with jelly beans, how many jelly beans would it take to fill up the inner parts of the sun?
The inner parts of the sun?
Like, if the sun was hollow like an eggshell,
then we'd have a problem.
But you could, how many, like, this is all hypothetical. So
Okay.
say the sun's empty. like starts like hollowing out, like there's mole people living on it, which there are, and
I knew it. My kind.
and scientists come to you and say, Kermit, we need to fill the sun with jelly beans to keep
Okay.
living. How many do we need to put? What number would you say?
All of them. There's no number that you can really say. I think you just need to make all the jelly beans that you can and just shove them into the sun. Just take all of them. I don't have a number because have you ever tried to count jelly beans? I have once. You know how long it took me? I don't know. I forgot because I stopped counting because there were too many.
All right, Kermit, we got one more question. Someone sent in some ridiculous question asking who did 9/11, but I'm not going to ask you that because that's just a sensitive topic we're not going to bring up. And outside, like if you had to compare anyone in the world to a video game character, who would you most likely compare to Big Daddy from BioShock?
Oh, to a Big Daddy from BioShock? I'd probably have to say anybody in the world, huh? You know who really comes to mind?
Who?
Beaker. I'm going to say this because Dr. Honeydew, he does some weird and wacky experiments. And I tell you what, he would just totally mess Beaker up if he got the chance. And it would be terrible. Oh, yeah. Oh, poor Beaker. But I have to say, if that's anybody, yeah, probably Beaker.
All right. Now, we're going to get back to the rest of our segments. Thank you so much, Kermit, for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me.
See you
I'll
next week.
See you next week. Yeah.
All
Wish
right.
me luck. I'm about to go pull pork tonight. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I don't know how to deal with that. Yeah, Kermit's an interesting fella.
It really is.
No.
Funny guy, though.
Yeah, lovely guy.
But
He's great.
Let's see.
Poor Beaker, though. Let's be honest. He's kind of right about that.
Yeah.
No.
Right. Let's talk about current events. What would you say would be going on with the meme report?
The meme report right now? Let's talk about the meme report.
Let me pull up the nice Reddit community r/meme economy.
Sounds good. r/meme economy.
Yeah, let me go to my subreddits.
You know, I have been thoroughly enjoying these new SpongeBob memes that have been coming out.
Which new ones?
Well, mostly ones with Gary, but the ones I've been seeing a lot over with who would win. The who would win meme has just exploded.
Have you seen the ones where it's like, I see, you're a man of culture as well.
Yes, those and you know what I miss? I enjoyed. Now these aren't memes that are in now, but they were a week or two ago, and it was Palpatine memes.
I love Palpatine memes.
Like I was surprised to be sure, but a welcome one.
You know, the General Grievous ones were some of my favorites.
I love that.
It was hard to do. Like, that was a hard meme to pull off.
But what if you did it right? It was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like this will make a fine addition to my collection.
Some of the funniest ones, though, were the ones that were just describing what was going on in that scene.
Yeah.
Like when you defeated a Jedi and now you have his lightsaber. This will make a fine addition to my collection.
What I really liked was there were different versions of, you know, when Obi-Wan says, "Hello there," and he's like, "General Kenobi." My favorite one is it says, "Cello there," like the cello, and he's like, "Oh, General Tromboni." Really stupid stuff. But hey, so thanks guys. This has been the first episode of the Super Dorm Friends. I'm Dave.
And I'm Nate.
And please tune in later on this week. We should have another episode dropping Friday.
Yeah, Friday.
So
But
thanks,
we're gonna try keeping them to a release on Wednesday and Friday schedule. But like the one will just be out on Monday. The next one will be out on Friday. So it'll help tone down we might do the Monday Friday schedule. We don't know yet. But we'll let y'all decide. And thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening and tuning in to the Super Dorm Friends podcast. I'm Dave.
And I'm Nate.
And
That's all, folks. Yeah.